Penn State will be giving former Notre Dame running back C.J. Holmes a second chance to play college football. The former Irish running back will join the Nittany Lions this fall and is reportedly enrolled at Penn State now. He will be eligible to play for Penn State beginning this fall. The news first broke on a Lions 247 message board. Holmes will be walking on with Penn State after being dismissed by Notre Dame last December. Holmes was given the boot from South Bend following a shoplifting arrest at a Macy's department store. As noted by One Foot Down, Holmes has a sister at Penn State who will be running track for the school. Holmes appeared in 8 games as a freshman for Notre Dame last, in which he carried the football 8 times for 32 yards. Although Penn State is looking to replace Saquon Barkley, the running back situation is likely to be handled primarily by Miles Sanders, which means Holmes is most likely going to provide some depth early on at the position before he gets any chance to contribute in a meaningful way. Holmes is not without potential, however. The former 4-star recruit, according to Rivals, was the 5th best running back in the class of 2017 and he was the 2nd-ranked player in Connecticut. If he manages to stay out of trouble and embraces this opportunity extended to him by James Franklin and Penn State, the Nittany Lions may have picked up a nice player that could eventually play a role in the offense. Follow at Kevin Onk FB. One member of Nana Ajadis' family is putting a positive spin on a devastating set of developments that impacted a touted 2018 Penn State signee. Ajadu announced on his personal Twitter account late last month that he had been diagnosed with a genetic heart condition, hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. As a result of that diagnosis, Ajadu can longer play football anymore, per the offensive lineman's tweet. According to a story in the York Daily Record, the health issue involving Ajadis' heart was discovered by the Penn State physicians who conducted medical testing standard for all incoming Nittany Lions football players this past spring, with head coach James Franklin, along with assistant coach Matt Limegrove, flying to the players' home state of Virginia to deliver the life-changing news in person. For the offensive lineman's mother and high school coach, however, it was also life-saving news that was delivered. At first he was shocked, like his whole world had crashed in front of him. All that he has achieved, the mom, Mercy Ajadu, told the Daily Record. But we are grateful his life has been saved. When you have life, you have everything. Just thank God for his life. There's a really good chance they may have saved his life, Joe Mangano, Ajadis' coach at Virginia's North Stafford High, told the newspaper, adding ominously, there was a possibility he could have on the field. The paper went on to write that Penn State doctors have instructed Ajadu not to play pickup basketball or even work out vigorously. Ajadu was a 4-star member of the Nittany Lions 2018 recruiting class, rated as the number 8 offensive tackle in the country, the number 3 player at any position in the state of Virginia, and the number 116 player overall on 247sports.com's composite board. Only 6 signees in Penn State's 23-man class this year were rated higher than Ajadu, and just 3 of those were on the offensive side of the ball. Penn State will keep Ajadu on a non-football scholarship, so he won't count against the team's 85-man limit. He is, however, expected to be a part of the football program in an undefined capacity as he attends classes at the university. Issues in the classroom will apparently cost Troy's football team at least one new piece of its revamped offensive puzzle this fall. The Dothan Eagle reported Monday that Kevin Perkins is no longer a member of Neil Brown's Trojans squad. The only reason given for the abrupt parting of ways, which comes a month or so before summer camp kicks off, was academic issues. As of this posting, the football program has not yet addressed Perkins' status with the program moving forward. Coming out of Northwest Mississippi Community College, Perkins was rated as the number 10 JUCO running back on 247sports.com's composite board. He chose the Sun Belt Conference school over an offer from an SEC school, Kentucky. Perkins is listed at an even 6 feet tall and a stout 230 pounds. Nothing has actually happened in college football since Tua Tagovailoa's 41-yard rainbow landed in Devonta Smith's hands to win Alabama the 2017 national title, but that hasn't stopped fans from laying bets on the 2018 Heisman winner. According to the updated odds released Monday by LV Superbook, Stanford running back Bryce Love is still the favorite, trailed by Wisconsin's Jonathan Taylor, same as the initial 2018 odds and the most recent update. Love opened at 7-1, moved to 5-1 last month and sits at 6-1 today. Taylor started at 8-1, increased to 7-1 last month and is now back at where he started, 8-1. But those runners have been joined by the man who ended the 2017 Tagovailoa. After starting in 4th place 10-1 and remaining there in June, Tagovailoa is now level with Taylor at 8-1. Tagovailoa's ascent has come at the expense of Arizona quarterback Khalil Tate, who started in 3rd place at 9-1 and is now among a gaggle of 4th place contenders at 15-1. 6-1, Love 8-1, Tagovailoa, Taylor 15-1, Georgia QB Jake Fromm, Oregon QB Justin Herbert, Penn State QB Trace McSorley, Tate 18-1, Alabama RB Damian Harris 20-1, Washington QB Jake Browning, Ohio State RB J.K. Dobbins, West Virginia QB Will Grier, Oklahoma QB Kyler Murray, Michigan QB Shea Patterson, Auburn QB Jarrett Stidham, Georgia RB DeAndre Swift. Vegas, or, at least those who give their money to Vegas, is banking on Heisman voters breaking form in a major way by riding with Love as the favorite. The last non-Alabama running back to win the Heisman was USC's Reggie Bush in 2005, and the last one before that was Wisconsin's Ron Dayne in 1999. Meanwhile, no Alabama quarterback has ever won the Heisman. Love is the nation's leading returning rusher, carrying 263 times for 2,118 yards, 8.05 a pop, the most for any player with at least 200 carries and 19 touchdowns. Taylor ranks just behind Love with 1,977 yards and 13 touchdowns on 299 totes. Tagovailoa completed 49 of 77 passes for 636 yards with 11 touchdowns against 2 interceptions while rushing 27 times for 133 yards and 2 touchdowns. Though the sophomore appeared in 9 games in 2017, he has yet to start one. Jesse Iwuji was already a hero before he drove onto California's Interstate 5 last Sunday. The former Navy football player and track and field athlete now races in NASCAR's Knott's Pro Series West, sort of the AAA of America's highest stock car racing circuit. After a 15th place finish in the Carneros 200 at Sonoma Raceway in Sonoma, Kalof, on Saturday, June 23, then stuck around to watch the Toyota Save Mart 300 the following day. While nearing the finish line of his 6-hour drive home, Iwuji noticed a family of 4 standing near a stranded minivan on the shoulder of Interstate 5. Leaning on his naval training, Iwuji first tried to move the vehicle out of harm's way and then, when the car could not be moved, pulled the family to safety. They were kind of going in and out of the van, and underneath I saw a lot of fluid leaking from the motor and there was a small little fire that began to light, he told the Associated Press. Me, just from my background, military and also racing, we all know that flammable fluids can ignite pretty quick and start a huge fire pretty quick, so just instinctively, I just stopped on the side of the road and I ran over to them. After helping the stranded family, Iwuji then posted a video to Twitter of the wreckage. Safety, 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 guys and girls. I saw a small little fire underneath this family of 4's van and I knew right then it was about to be bad news. I'm glad I stopped and got them away because they were still worried about getting stuff out the car. Things went from small to bad. pic.twitter.com/av6c7j76nd, Jesse Iwuji at Jesse Iwuji. June 25, 2018. A native of Carrollton, Texas, Iwuji played defensive back for the Midshipmen, appearing in 24 career games from 2006 to 2009. All I was doing was just being a decent person, Iwuji said. For me, it just comes from my background. Just being in the military, I've seen a lot of things happen, seen a lot of bad situations happen. Being in racing, I've seen a lot of bad situations happen. I just didn't want that to happen to these folks.